Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to A Drink with Crazy. What's going on, everybody? Oh, good Lord. How is everybody doing? Oh, man. We've got, I pulled up some things today that I think are really cool to talk about, but as it said in the thumbnail, if you guys have stuff to talk about, drop it down in the chat below and let me know what is on your mind today. But yes, as it said, we have a lot to talk about today in my new addiction, and that is going to be this little guy right here. Just got this today. Haven't really had a chance to play on it at all. But we've also got some things that are interesting on YouTube, especially from a big YouTuber that I like to watch. And then another all ages story coming out from a YouTuber that I followed for a while. So this is going to be an interesting time. Let's say hello to Tim Allen. It's good to see you here. Lee, it's wonderful to see you as well. Caffeinated Wolf, what's going on? And if you guys are lurking in the chat, I see you. It tells me how many people are watching. And you should also say hello in the chat so I can say hello to you. But moving forward here. Mario Trujillo wig. That's funny. That's funny. Oh, good Lord. So anyway, moving forward, one of the things that I think that the wig is an old addiction. Yeah, it is. And it hasn't come off of my head. So, you know, it's one of those things that we have to hold on 1 second. Sorry, my daughter's over there playing a game, and I usually tell them, hey, when daddy starts streaming, you got to go. And the reason for that is because I tend to use foul-mouthed language, or we talk jokes and stuff like that and stuff. But anyway, so one of the things that I realized is getting back into gaming, pretty much for me starting in like 2019, because I was out of gaming for a long time, like because it wasn't financially feasible. And getting back into gaming, you know, checking out the new AAA releases every year and being like, oh, cool. Some of them are probably cool. Ram, what's going on? Wrangler coming in hot with a super chat of 420. Thank you so much for that, dude. And I've kind of gotten to a point as the conversation has gone on about the price increases of AAA games and things like that. I've gotten to a point where I have reached my threshold of games that I am interested in for the price point. Most AAA games now are $70. And to me, I think that's way too expensive for a video game. I just do. I don't think that there is a video game out there that is worth $70. That's a lot of money. Especially when you have a family that you're raising, especially when you have a mortgage that you have to pay. But I still like to game. More so in the winter time, because in the summertime, I love to be outside in the sun, building projects, doing things like that, right? Like, I love being outside. And that's kind of how we raise our kids, too. Our kids, they get outside in the nice weather. They go to the park. They love hanging out with friends. But at the same time, my kids also game, too. So there's a balance there. But I am seeing more and more games come out. For instance, I have heard rave reviews about Battlefield 6. I actually played the free one of the free beta weekends with one of my buddies, and I was like, "Oh wow, this is fairly enjoyable. It's a good game for the boys." Even Battlefield 6, with the praise that it's getting and being as optimized as it is, for especially systems that don't have the more modern hardware, I am absolutely not going to buy Battlefield 6. Even as good as that game is, as fun as it looks, one, I'm kind of burned out on first-person shooters, and two, I'm going to be honest, $70 for a game is a high price point. And there might be a game or two every year that I'm like, oh, okay, that might be worth $70 for me. One of the games that I'm actually looking at is from a Korean dev called Crimson Desert. I don't know if you guys have seen that, but Crimson Desert looks absolutely insane. Even for me, I'm looking at it going, wow, Grand Theft Auto 6, I don't think Grand Theft Auto 6 is going to be worth $70 for me. I mean, I skipped Grand Theft Auto 4 and Grand Theft Auto 5. Don't get me wrong, I played the absolute hell out of Vice City and San Andreas when I was younger. Freaking love those games. But Grand Theft Auto 6, just, I don't see it matching that price point for me. So I got to a place where I was like, man, am I just not going to game anymore? Am I just not going to do it? Well, then a Facebook ad showed up. And as much as I hate advertising and marketing, because I know the psychological stuff that they do to you, I know what they're doing, and they just want you to spend your money. They want to separate you from your dollars. But it kind of worked. Not for the product that was shown, but I did my research. I actually went out and became, guess this, guys, an informed customer. Oh my God. I saw a thing. I went, is this a viable thing? I don't know. Let me do some research. Did some research, found out that there's a plethora of options, and there's usually starter options. So I went over to Amazon and found this guy right here. And this guy is the RG36 Pro. This is a retro gaming handheld. This plays everything up to like the PSP generation, or not everything, but as many games as it has on it. And I'm going through it. I'm seeing there's games that I wish that it would have, but I've already informed myself. And this was less than $50. And I already saw at least 10 games on here that I would play, and games that I want to show my children. We actually bought 2 of these because, well, we weren't sure Amazon was going to ship one, and we were like, what's going on? Are they going to reject the payment? Why isn't Amazon shipping it? And so we just weren't sure. So we ordered another one of these, and then it was like, oh, hey, by the way, the other one's going to ship. And we're like, well, it took you long enough, Amazon. So we've got 2 of these. One is going to be Daddy's. This is going to be mine. And this is going to be the one that I tinker with. But to be perfectly honest here, like, you fire it up. Let's see if I can. Nope, it's going to be blurred. Nope. But that says Dreamcast on it. And the volume is very loud. Let me lower the volume. But it has, right now it's on the Dreamcast screen. But I can go through. There's Game Gear. It's got Neo Geo. It's got a bunch of stuff. It's got the Genesis. It's got Mega Drive. It's got a bunch. It's got a bunch of games on it. A lot of them I don't care about. Some of them I do. And I realized that there's a lot of games from back in the day that I wasn't able to necessarily play and check out. And from like the Game Boy Color days. Now this one here has a couple of the Nintendo games where you go capture monsters on it. Not sure if that's entirely legal, but we bought a couple of these, and I fully intend to show some of those creature capture games. You know what I'm talking about, from Nintendo, you know, the ones where we had all the cards, we played the games, they made a few movies out of them. I mean, and this is absolutely China doing its best to not really care about ripping off IP. And I'm going to be honest, when it comes to Nintendo, it is what it is. But this right here, for less than $50, gave me the ability to go, oh, wow, I can actually go and check out games that I haven't played before. They're going to be older. They're not going to be new. This is the RG. Actually, you know what? I'll pull it up on Amazon for you, and I'll show you what I purchased. I would say this is most likely not the best first purchase, but because again, I was an informed consumer. I knew it necessarily wasn't, and that's okay. That is absolutely okay, because I knew what I was getting into, and that's the important thing when you're buying anything. So we're going to go with the RG36 Pro. Let me pull this up, and I will share this with you guys. I believe it's this one right here. Comes in a plethora of colors. All right, screen and chat. Bam, there we go. Oh my goodness, I didn't put the chat up. Oh, you guys have been talking the entire time and you didn't tell me, hey, smart guy, the chat's not on screen. Why are you not paying attention to us? You should have said. So this is the RG36 Pro. Okay, retro handheld. They say it's got like 30,000 games. It's like 27,000. A lot of them you're not going to care about. Some of them you will. Some of them you will. And watch out, Royce. Nintendo might send the FBI to raid your studio. Probably. I mean, Nintendo is litigious as hell. But this is a game, and it's got a bunch of games on it that I'm willing to check out. One of the games I was hoping was on it is not on it. I was actually very much looking forward to checking out the Mega Man BattleNet games because I played one when I was a kid, and I've just been having a hankering to go back and check that out. Not for like nostalgia's sake or anything, but I just enjoyed that game, and I want to check it out. It's got Need for Speed Underground 2 on this thing, which I was actually playing on my Xbox upstairs. So, but it's the PSP version, so we're going to see how that works. So what I realize is I've gotten to a point where AAA gaming in the modern space. Let me make sure that I get you guys up on the screen right now because you deserve to be up on the screen because you're hanging out with me. Is that I'm not willing to spend $70 on a game. I'm just not. It's too flippin' expensive, and especially a multiplayer game. And the reason that multiplayer games, they're more than $70 in my household, because if we're playing a multiplayer game, oftentimes I want to buy a version for me, buy a version for my wife, and then maybe we go, oh my goodness, one of our kids would love to play this, and we buy a version for them. And that $70, that's north of $200 just for us as a family to enjoy this game. And they've effectively eliminated couch co-op from a lot of these. I even asked my buddy, I was like, hey, is there a couch co-op feature on Battlefield 6? And he goes, no, there's not. I was like, well, that's less appetizing. Why are we doing this? Why do we not have couch co-op anymore? But he's like, well, PC games don't have couch co-op. I was like, you would be surprised the amount of PC games out there right now on Steam that have a couch co-op option. So you can sit there and Bluetooth 2 controllers to your PC and sit here. And I'd squeak over and put a chair here. And my wife and I, or my wife and daughter, or me and my daughter, or just any combination of how the family dynamic works, we could play. They've effectively eliminated a lot of that, but I still enjoy playing games. It's a fun pastime and has been since I was a kid. There's some people in the chat right now that know me since I was a child, and they know that I absolutely loved my Game Boy Advance. I didn't have a lot of money to go out and buy a lot of games, but I loved my Game Boy Advance, and I took that thing everywhere. I saved up from mowing lawns to buy my Game Boy Advance. Now, I saved up exactly what the dollar amount was. My dad was like, you don't have enough. And I was like, what do you mean? That's the price. And my dad was like, but tax. And I was like, I forgot about that. And then my dad was like, you're cool. I'll pay the tax for you. And also, I think my dad also ponied up some money to buy me a game. So I gave him my money and he paid the tax and bought me a game. Because my dad was like, you've been saving up for this and taxes are a bitch. So here you go. That was super cool. And dude, I had like 3 games for my Game Boy Advance. But I'm also not the type of person that I'm like, oh, retro gaming is the greatest thing on the planet, because I just don't believe that it is. I think that oftentimes people look back at retro gaming for the games that they played with rose-colored glasses, and that may be because they had a tumultuous childhood, they were going through some things, and gaming was their escape. For me, gaming wasn't an escape. It was just a pastime. It was fun. I absolutely believe that games that are coming out today are leaps and bounds better than games that were coming out 20 years ago or even more. Anyway, well, have you seen I'm not talking about AAA. Go look at some of the indie games coming out right now. Silksong took the world by storm. You had Schedule 1, which is another notable one. I've got some indie games listed in my library right now that just look fun that were mentioned on Comic Shop Wednesday a while back. Like Beyond Galaxy Land looks super fun and engaging and a great pastime. And again, a lot of games are coming out now in the AA and indie space that are absolutely blowing the doors off of what you could expect a AA or indie game to do 20 years ago. And they're honestly at a price point that is affordable, but the issue is a lot of times with those games, it locks me here to my PC. Now, for those of you that don't know, I don't necessarily like being here in front of this setup. I'm here in front of this setup and I enjoy my time with you guys in the live streams, but the second that I can get away from the PC, go up, hang out in my garage or sit on my couch and be comfortable, this chair is uncomfortable, I do. And that's part of the reason, like for me, PC gaming, I don't care for it. I don't care for it. And that's predominantly this, like, and I mean, I don't have a bad setup. You should see the specs on my computer. It's actually very good, but I want something that I can just take and have a fun pastime with. I'm not going to lock myself. Maybe I'm playing this little Game Boy looking thing here, right? Playing this little Game Boy looking thing here. And I just sitting out in the garage, having a fun time. Got to get up, got to go to the bathroom. Don't care. Going to do what I did as a kid. Take the Game Boy to the bathroom. Comment in the chat if you took your Game Boy to the bathroom when you were invested in it when you were a kid, because I totally did. But looking into systems like this, now this one here I think is going to have a few more issues than I thought it was going to have, and that's going to be something that I'm going to have to look into and dig into. But you can upgrade the software on these. You can get more ROMs for them. You can do all kinds of stuff. And honestly, for $50, if there's 5 or 10 games on here, they say there's thousands of games on it. Most of them you're not going to want to play. If there's 5 or 10 that you're going to want to play and they work relatively well, I legitimately think that this is worth the price, because $70 for games is just absolutely insane right now. It's absolutely insane right now. And I can't justify it. I just can't justify it. Ultimate Kahuna, loss of couch co-op and local multiplayer gaming has done more damage to gaming culture than almost anything else. What do you think? Potentially. I think one thing that has done more damage to gaming, though, is microtransaction culture, right? You buy a game, you're in it, you're playing it, and then 10 minutes later, it's like, did you know that you could buy this $10, thingy that's just like, so you can pay us more money for lines of code, and it doesn't really help you in the game, but I don't know. I do think that the loss of couch co-op has absolutely decimated, because kids don't come over to play games a lot anymore. They do still. That has happened. It's happened in my house with my kids. Yeah. Hazelight Games, amazing couch co-op experience. I'm going to go back through here. Watch out, Royce. Raid your studio. Yeah. Send me the link. Lee, please. You've got my number. Message me. I can promise none of it is legal, LOL. Probably not. I mean, the manual is mostly in Chinese, and I'm going to be really honest with you. China does not care about what's illegal to the rest of the world. They don't care. But yeah, it's, yeah. With the Jack Sparrow box, all those times being against piracy, and here you are with the Jack Sparrow box. Yeah, one of the things that I kind of got to a point with was, I buy the box. It's there, and it's got some stuff on it, and I was like, yeah, is it piracy to buy a thing readily available on Amazon? Like, because if it is, Amazon is distributing things with pirated stuff on it. Right? And last I checked, they really don't care if you're, buying the stuff. They care if you're distributing it. But that's just one of those things. Mario Trujillo for $5. Couch co-op and local multiplayer was why most people I knew back in the day bought consoles. It's a total D move. That's pure greed. I absolutely agree. Anna Pinkava, you know what game had me hours of entertainment? Handheld Tetris. That's not a lie. Okay. No, and you're so right. So we do Christmas at my Aunt Kate's house one year. And my Aunt Kate and I had my either my Game Boy Color or my Game Boy Advance at this point in time. I don't remember. And I was hoping for Game Boy games. Now, Game Boy games back in the day were still $50-$60. Like they weren't cheap. But my aunt bought me a handheld Tetris game. And I was just like, oh, this isn't what I wanted. Now I say that, but almost every time in my life, I'm like, oh, I didn't really want this thing. I fell in love with it. I cannot tell you the hours that I spent on that handheld Tetris game. Just locked in. Like, not like, can't hear sound, like visions here. Like, smells not coming. It doesn't matter. House could have been on fire. I don't care. I got Tetris. I spent so many hours on handheld Tetris. It was ridiculous. Oh, man. You have no idea. Ultimate Coda says, when I was younger, I played games so I could play with my friends and for almost no other reason. Yeah, that's why we logged in so many why we logged in so many hours of Halo 2, because Halo 2, that was the first like online multiplayer thing that like swept the world. Like Xbox had it there. Allison, Wade, what's going on? Liu, that's actually an interesting point. Did I make an interesting point or did the chat make an interesting point? I would like you to elaborate on this interesting point that you heard. Because I feel like it wouldn't be. I'm pretty sure JonTron did a video of ripped game consoles with preloaded games. There's a lot of they sell them in the Dollar Generals and stuff. Like they did a thing a while back where like you could just go buy and it's like it's got all of the games, and I'm like, okay, if it's legal for storefronts to buy these things that supposedly have pirating games on them, but we can, as customers, walk into Dollar General. I've seen them in there and Walmart's. The retro consoles, like a year or two ago. You could just buy. A buddy of mine bought one for like $50. Wait, is it? Yeah, I mean, I still have my handheld Tetris. I'd see blocks falling when I close my eyes, dude. Yeah. Oh, you played even more than I did. You with the Amazon thing. It's nuts. It's like, oh, this is piracy. This is the pirate box, right? But I bought it on Amazon. If it's not legal to sell with these games on it, then why is Amazon selling it? Why are other places selling them with preloaded stuff on it? What? But I bought it on Amazon. So yeah, there's an argument to be made. Is this thing a pirate box? Is this illegal? Am I a criminal now? Well, yeah, probably, but not for the reasons that you think, because I don't think all of us know the laws. All of us are probably criminals. I set my cruise control 5 miles an hour over the speed limit. Now, with the tires on my truck, I'm actually only about 2 miles an hour over the speed limit. And I've actually gone by the speed thingies and seen it. Like, I drive mostly the speed limit. I just do. But you're not going to tell me that I can buy this thingy here on Amazon and I can be convicted of piracy. What? Cool part is, I was playing God of War on this thing earlier. Like, it's got God of War Chains of Olympus from the PSP. I never had a PSP. I'm going to get to experience some PSP games. I really wanted it to have Mega Man Battle Network. It doesn't. It only has Mega Man Extreme 1 and Mega Man Extreme 2. I wanted it to have Battle Network, but that's okay. I'm going to find some places to find those things. And then I might actually be a criminal, but you know. Brother in Iowa, I've been where you live. There isn't a force on heaven or earth that could force me to drive slowly through millions of acres of corn just to maintain the speed limit. In my county, they get after you for the speed limit, but like only if you're going 11 miles an hour over. They've legitimately they've said that. Like, state patrols come out and they're like, if you guys aren't doing 11 miles an hour, we don't care. So they will let you do 10 over, and they won't do anything. You'd be surprised at the amount of things of counterfeit, pirated media, and other such things are available. Yeah. Jack is my favorite pirate. Yeah. Oh, that ending in God of War will hit you hard when you get to it. I might have to fire it back up. We got 2 of them, like I said, and I'm looking into all of the things. So these are just our first 2. I probably am going to get more. Make sure that we have some kid-friendly games on there for the kids and stuff like that my wife and I approve of. And then we're going to get some for us that have games on them that we like to play and are a little more powerful, can emulate. Iowa's just cold Kansas with worse roads. I came from Colorado, where the roads are absolutely terrible. And by terrible, I mean the communists run Colorado. So the roads in Iowa are great. But again, I'm priced out of AAA gaming right now. The one game I might spend my money on is Crimson Desert when it comes out. But right now, this is going to be my gaming thing. And you know what? It's got stuff on here that I can go back and enjoy. And I'm just going to search and just see, what does it have? I'm also going to search online and see what doesn't it have? Because there might be some things that I want to have. Like Legacy of Goku for the Game Boy Advance. You know what I'm saying? You guys ever play Legacy of Goku? Ooh. I played, was it Legacy of Goku or Legacy? Is it Legend of Goku or Legacy of Goku? I feel like it's Legacy of Goku and Legacy of Goku 2. Played the shit out of those. Played the shit out of those games. Great. Awesome. So, yeah. And they've got a bunch of old stuff on there too. A bunch of old stuff. And honestly, like this is not an uncomfortable thing to hold. Like, I thought having adult hands on a Game Boy was going to be, it's got a nice texture back here. I have not experienced it. When I get off stream with you guys, I'm going to sit there and I'm going to futz around, as the old timers say. I'm going to futz around with it. I got to find one of my power bank. Oh, hey, is this power bank charged? Are you charged? Oh, hey, my power bank is charged. Haha. Yeah. 5,000 milliamp hour power bank this is my 10,000. No, this is my 10,000 milliamp hour power bank. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, we're going to plug a cord in. But that's one of the things I wanted to talk about is that as games get more expensive and the service problem becomes more real, people are going to start seeking alternative options. I've also gone down the rabbit hole of these little handhelds and found out there are handhelds that they're like $400 or $500, but they can also handle modern streaming from PC games and like SteamOS. My buddy visited a few months ago and let me play the Steam Deck that he had for just a few minutes. That is a wildly uncomfortable platform. The Steam Deck needs an overhaul in comfortability. That thing is massive. It's not fun to hold. It's not fun to deal with. And I told my buddy, I was like, I'm really glad that you let me do that because I now no longer wish to play the Steam Deck because I thought about getting a Steam Deck for a while. It's uncomfortable. I don't like it. When I game, I mean, I have always gamed with a controller. I don't do mouse and keyboard, and I like having my hands closer together when I game. My buddy gets the Steam Deck in my hand. My hands are like here. And I'm like, I don't, that's weird. I don't like that. That's such a massive leap. So I actually found some handhelds where the form factor is much smaller and you can still play modern games on them. And we're going to develop to that point. It's going to, yeah. Yeah, people don't believe me when I tell people Colorado roads are legit mischunks of freeway. Yeah, with Oklahoma. Same with Oklahoma. Yeah, I've heard Oklahoma's horrible. So you aren't used to a massive thing in your hands? Yeah, of course not. Ask my wife. She knows. She'll tell you. Like, what, you think that's an insult? No, it's reality. Pay attention, good sir. You haven't been here very long. Massive. I mean, petite is a good day. Wait, are we still talking about gaming consoles? Moving on. I saw the price for a Steam Deck, and I'm pretty sure I blacked out for a second. Dude, especially if you want one with any kind of storage on it, they're expensive. They're very expensive. Let's see here. The AYN Odin 2. No, why are you not typing? AYN Odin 2. Okay. Okay, so the AYN, oh dude, I went down the rabbit hole with this about handheld stuff. So the AYN, it's an Android based system, and Android is getting a lot better with this stuff. How do I tell it to share the screen? God, I hate the fucking buttons. They moved my buttons, guys. They moved the buttons. I don't like that they moved the buttons. I didn't want them to move the buttons, but they did move the buttons, and I'm not used to it yet. This is the AYN Portal 2. Oh, wait, I didn't even have to do that. Hold on. I can just hit stop sharing, and then I can go back over to OBS and just do it this way. AYN Odin 2. Okay, and this one here, 12 gigabytes of RAM, 256 gigabytes of storage. And honest, it's got Wi-Fi 7, Bluetooth 5.3, Android 13. This is a beast of a machine. Go look up reviews for this thing. It's $400, but you can actually play Steam games on this. I've seen people do this. It's super good. But yeah, AAA gaming's lost me for a while. So unless I see a game or two here or there, this is where I game. This is what I'm going to be gaming on for a little while. Probably going to get some other versions. Going to look at, going to Amazon and buying terabyte hard drives, 5 terabyte hard drives that have all of the old stuff on it. But that's pirating. Really? They sell them on Amazon. You want to see? Do you want to? Oh, I'm not signed in on Amazon on this device. Okay, I'm not going to sign in. It's crazy. So I don't know how I feel about this. It's like, okay, well, pirating bad, obviously. But legal to buy on Amazon? And like Walmart sometimes. Like, what? Like, how does... If it weren't legal, then why can I do it on like the most legal platform on the planet? The easiest legal platform on the planet. What? And it was like, well, we can't monitor everything on our platform. That's not a fucking excuse. Walmart is just China's middleman. What about Mario Kart 64? I will tell you right now, good sir. Let's go to the N64, okay, and see. They got a bunch of them on here. Them old Batman games. Oh, they got Bomberman 64. Oh, shit, they got... Ooh, I haven't even looked at the N64 games. See Mario Kart 64? Let's see here. Oh my God, they have Diddy Kong Racing. Dude, I used to play that with my brother. So many, and I was so bad. I was a kid. I was so bad at this. There was, oh, that just unlocked a memory. Okay, Diddy Kong Racing. My brother was kicking my ass. It was a plane. It was one of the plane ones where you were flying like the biplanes. I was terrible at it. My brother literally parks, being kind of a jackass to me. He parks his plane right before the finish line, and he just kept staring backwards at me, and he wasn't screen watching. And I knew that my brother, he was a good gamer because he didn't screen watch, because I was so bad. My plane was like this. It was not good. And I ended up diving down off the side of the map, super low. And I flew by the cliff because I was like trying to maintain control of my plane. And I flew past the finish line. And my brother was like, why did you just win the race? What just happened? What just happened here? And I told my brother, and he was like, you did that on purpose. I was like, no, I didn't. I could, really? You see how bad I was? I did, yeah. Oh my God, that unlocked a core memory. Oh, they've got Duke Nukem 64 on here. Oh man, they've got they've got stuff that I know of. I've just never checked out. What were we talking about? Mario Kart. You want to see Mario Kart? They got Kirby's. Ooh, Kirby 64, the Crystal Shards. Ooh. It does not look like they have Mario Kart 64 on this one. There are other versions of this thing that you can buy that do have that. Oh my goodness. GoldenEye. They've got GoldenEye. Oh man, they've got GoldenEye. I'll have to get a streaming setup where I have a proper camera set up and I can like block the lights and stuff. And I'll just like, I can hold this in my hands and get all the cameras set up. Pod racing. What was that one on? I got pod racing. No, there are ways. You've got to be a little crafty, and I'm starting to get crafty. Lego racers they've got. Contra. What console was Contra on? Oh shit, they've got Castlevania for the 60. I've never played Castlevania ever, so that's probably going to be one that I'm going to check out. I don't see Contra here in the 64. No, I don't see those in the 64 era. So if we go, so there's like, they've got, okay, let's go all the way back up here. Let's go. They've got so many. It's ridiculous. All right, so they've got the Capcom Play System 1. So the CSP System 1, CSP 2, CSP 3, the multiple arcade machine emulator with 1,400 games, which this one's got arcade games in it. It's got turtles on it. All right, let's see. What do you got? Anything? Acrobat Dogfight. No. Afterburner. These are all... Okay, what else? What do we got here? What do we got here in these old arcade games? Bro, playing Mario Kart and Pokemon Stadium on this would be my go-to. Dude, you can get them. Not on this. You can't buy it with this, but you can get them. You know what I'm saying? You gotta. I'm not illegally allowed to tell you that you're able to go down the rabbit hole. Go check out Tech Dweeb. I love Tech Dweeb. He is one of the channels that I love him. And then Retro Games Core. I'll leave those links down for you. PC Engine. We've got Wonder Swan Color. We've got PC Engine. The Famicom Disk System. That's all your Japanese ones. The Super Famicom. More Japanese stuff. The NES, obviously, with 8,000 games on it. The Super Nintendo with 1,200 games. The Super Nintendo. The Nintendo 64, only 58 games available. The Game Boy Color, 2,067. The Game Boy Advance, 369. That's where I was super sad. I was hoping they were going to have the Mega Man games I want to play. Super awesome. I like the Turtles. I think they're on here, dude. They've got 24 games for the Nintendo DS, 81 games available for the Sega 1000, the Sega Mega Drive. They've got Sega Genesis. They got a bunch of Sega Genesis games. Do they have Mortal Kombat? Do they have Mortal Kombat on the Sega Genesis? Because I used to play that with my brother a lot. No, the Sega Genesis does not look like it's we're going to delete those. When I figure out how to work with all this and delete some stuff. Yeah, don't like what the Sega Genesis has to. They've got 5 Dreamcast games. What would you have on a Dreamcast? Dead or Alive 2? Interesting. They've got Legacy of Kain, Soul Reaver. Oh my god, dude, I had this game when I was a kid. They've got Legacy of Kain, Soul Reaver on here. Dude. Okay, that might be worth the price of admission. They've got the Game Gear here, Neo Geo Pocket. They've got the PS1. They've got some PS1 games on here as well. Anyway, for $47, there's a lot on here and a lot of stuff. Like I said, the PSP was cool because I was playing God of War Chains of Olympus a little bit ago. Got Grand Theft Auto Vice City Stories. I've heard that one may not work as well. Where was the Need for Speed, though? They had Need for Speed. Tekken, Dark Resurrection. But yeah. So, yeah. So many. I'm hearing some retro gaming in your future. Yeah, because modern gaming is too fucking expensive. And I've been looking into it, and retro gaming seems to be my future because I still like to play games, but I just can't afford modern games. I just can't. Legacy of Kain is one of the few that if a studio with reverence picked it up and actually like went in and I might actually play it because I had it when I was a kid, never beat it. It actually freaked me the fuck out when I was a kid. But I've actually gone back and watched the story behind Legacy of Kain. Oh my God. That it's art. It's art. Legacy of Kain was probably the first video game that you could ever consider that was actual art. Like it was like transcending beyond video games and actually becoming this full-fledged story. You need an associate link or whatever it's called. The thing that give you a small cut with how much you're advertising this thing. Dude, I'm not advertising it. I'm reacting to this thingy that I just got. That's it. I'm reacting to it with you guys. But anyways, that's cool. Yeah, so that's super cool. One of the things that I wanted to go over and talk with you guys about is Gamers Nexus. If you guys are aware of Gamers Nexus at all. Okay, Gamers Nexus actually ended up getting hit with another copyright strike from, where is it? I need to find it in the video here. Goodness, I forget the name of the, all right, let's go this way. Let's do it this way. And I need to change my audio settings to the Pro 2 main. There we go. Okay.
Epidemic Sound found this one through some form of automation, which would normally be Content ID claim. They have now manually, however, recommitted to the copyright claim they filed. I have disputed it. They have manually asserted that it is valid. It is no longer a purely automated system. The response that we got from them was to reject the dispute.
So here's the context. One, Gamers Nexus. This is on their GNCA, Gamers Nexus Consumer Advocacy. So here's what's going on. Holy crap, that was loud. Sorry, I apologize. I totally should have adjusted the volume. My bad. So I won't be playing it again, but so here's what happened. Gamers Nexus made a video about a year ago about an Asus product. In that video that they made, it was a 23-minute video talking about something that Asus was doing. They shared an Asus promo video in which they had like 20 seconds of it play, okay? And they played the advertisement from Asus so they could use that for, and it was obviously transformative and perfectly fits into all of the copyright stuff. But Asus obviously pays for a service known as Epidemic Sound. Epidemic Sound is a company that lets you pay for a monthly subscription to, if you're a YouTube creator or a content creator or just a media creator, to have a library full of all of these like licensable audio clips, right? So a year after this video goes up, a Gamers Nexus video gets popped for a copyright claim, not a copyright strike, but a copyright claim from Epidemic Sound. Not Asus, who they were talking about, whose video they used, but Epidemic Sound, who Asus obviously has a contract with, and Epidemic Sound's licensed, their licensed audio was in the video. But if you watch the video, it's completely under fair use. And Epidemic Sound, when they were like, okay, we're going to reject this, and then it got manually reviewed by Epidemic Sound, they said, no, we still want to claim your video. So they get their lawyers involved that go directly to Epidemic Sound to say, hey, this is totally fair use. Like, we didn't do anything. We didn't do anything in violation of the law here. We didn't steal any of your audio. We didn't steal your work. Like, here's what's going on. And Epidemic Sound sent them a canned response that they had prepared. Here's what's so insane about this. If you are on YouTube now and you are reacting to another YouTuber, another channel out there, and they pay for an audio service to get super cool sounds in the background of their videos, they have to submit their channel's email address and name, and they get whitelisted. You, as maybe a drink with crazy, reacting to a video from another content creator, is not whitelisted because I don't pay for their service. But I'm not stealing from them. I'm reacting to a content creator. And now Epidemic Sound will hit a claim on my video and say the revenue from your video goes to us. Well, why? It's because our audio is playing in your video and you're not a subscriber to our service. But I wasn't playing Epidemic Sound sounds. I was playing a video that just so happened to have your sounds in it because that content creator is a subscriber of yours that uses your service. But I'm not taking it from it. I'm reacting to a video. So now they can just steal all of my money that gets monetized on my channel, which isn't very much, but it's a little bit here and there, or other large content creators. And because of the way that the YouTube content copyright claim system works, it's more arduous to fight this process than to just say, okay, just take it, whatever, you can have the money for that video. Because they don't just say we want a percentage of the monetization on the video. They say we want all of it. Even if it's in Gamers Nexus case, a 23-minute video and they used 20 seconds that just so happened that, and they weren't the subject of it, but it was a media production that had their sounds behind it. How wild is that? This sounds like an attempt to kill reaction channels. Honestly, dude, I don't know. It might be. It's nuts. How is that even? That doesn't even fall under the legal definition of copyright. Like of DMCA. If you see the video that they put up, they're like, this is what we got hit for. It doesn't even fall under DMCA. But YouTube is so anti their own content creators that if YouTube could potentially get involved, depending on who the moderator is, depending on how it goes, depending on the bots that look at it, you could get your entire channel taken down because of this. Because you reacted to a video from a creator or a media company that just so happens to pay for a service to have audio in their songs. And that content creator doesn't go after you for reacting to their content, but the company who the content creator is subscribed to use their licensed audio can go after you because your licensed audio now appears on your channel in your video, and apparently you're not on the whitelist, even though you could fall under DMCA doing transformative content. It's psychotic that this is how it works now. It's absolutely psychotic. Imagine Plague Conquers Bad Fur Day on this. Probably could. I'm not going to say you can't. Well, what's going on, Bats? I haven't seen you in a while, buddy. Why don't you say hi to me anymore? Do you not love me anymore? Did it get weird that one time that I met you? But yeah, it's absolutely insane. So I just thought that was an interesting thing that I wanted to bring up to you guys and let you know that this is one of those, it makes it harder to want to do content on YouTube when stuff like this, and it's not like you wouldn't win, but they can basically shut you down for a month or more so you don't make money on your YouTube videos. I don't make money on my YouTube videos. I make very, very little. The only money that I make is when you guys actually super chat in. That is not me telling you to super chat. Please do not do that. If you feel the need to and you want to, I appreciate it utmost, but I'm being honest with you. I don't make a lot of money off of my the one video that I made the most was when I did the Avowed video. And it was like the death of Pink and Purple Games. That video, I made like $50 off of ad revenue on that video. That was wild. I tried to recreate what I did in that, but you know, I never could get the views back up. This is why reaction channels do some content on another site like Patreon to avoid stuff like this. Yeah, very true. Very, very true. You guys don't need to go to Patreon. I've thought about doing the Patreon thing. You guys don't need to go over there to follow me. Like, I'm not doing exclusive stuff. If this was like my full-time job and I had the ability to do exclusive stuff over on a Patreon, I absolutely would. I totally would. But yeah, it's just interesting. This is very interesting to me. And then the last thing that I wanted to do and show you guys, because I think this is very, very interesting. I will lower the audio on this one because we're going to need to. We're going to lower the audio on this, probably go a little bit more. We better lower it a little bit more. But apparently, the Rippaverse is doing an all-ages comic book. Let's check out the trailer. Let's see where we're at here.
The J. Sully Ward. My home for the last decade. They thought they could rehabilitate the Death Defier. And perhaps they were right.
Oh no. I do like the
Prison
artwork.
gives you
That looks
time
super
to
good.
think, to reflect. Who am I? What brought me here? I was one of the most feared villains this world has ever known. But who am I now, upon my release back into the world? I never thought that God had a plan for me.
This is interesting.
But He is guiding my hand. He is speaking directly to me. I have been chosen by Him to use these gifts for a greater purpose. I am called home to old Chicago. Not that I can legally stay in Texas. Part of the terms of my sentence. I caused enough trouble here. He wants me to find these exceptional young people and train them to use their abilities to fight. Fight what? I don't know. But they will be ready when the time comes. God help me. This isn't gonna be easy.
All right, I dig it. It's a mentor story. And okay, this is really cool. So, one, we're getting into a mentor story, and two, we're getting a mentor from the wrong side of the tracks who, by interacting with these kids, is actually going to learn how to become more social, become more human, become more acceptable to society. I absolutely dig that they're doing this. I read their description on Facebook that they dropped off on their Facebook page. Do you guys remember that movie? It's like a young adult movie. It's got Antonio Banderas in it, and he is he's a dance teacher, and he ends up teaching the kids. And what was that movie called? Teaching the kids that are in detention, like how to dance, and like they become productive members of society. It's got just the way that they described it in that post. I was like, okay, this has got Breakfast Club vibes. This has got that Antonio Banderas movie that I can't remember. It's not Step Up. It's what was the movie? Come on, chat, help me out. Stop being lazy. I need help. What was that movie called? Please tell me I'm not the only one in this group that's seen it. Take the Lead. Is it Take the Lead? Take the Lead in the close. Fuck you, Edge. No, it was a good flick, man. I liked it. It was good. I like that movie, man. If it was Take the Lead. No, Antonio. I will say this: Antonio Banderas. I love him as an actor. He's so good. So I watch a lot of movies with him in it that I otherwise would probably not. Mario got it. Take the Lead. Yeah, Take the Lead is good. Favorite movie with Antonio Banderas: Once Upon a Time in Mexico. Not even a question. I showed Once Upon a Time in Mexico to my wife, and she was like, "Wow, this is good." Mask of Zorro. It's been a long time since I've seen it. I don't remember liking it as much as Once Upon a Time in Mexico. He needed to do more action movies. I doubt he can now. He's getting kind of fucking old. He was really fun in the Expendables 3? 2 or 3? 3. 2. 3. It was 3. He was in that. The whole Mariachi trilogy was awesome. Oh! I never saw the first one. I haven't seen the first one. I've seen Desperado. I've seen Once Upon a Time in Mexico. I did not see the original Mariachi, which was not Antonio Banderas, if I remember correctly. I've never seen the first one, though. But I've seen Desperado, and I've seen Once Upon a Time in Mexico, and I love Once Upon a Time in Mexico. Not only that, dude, Once Upon a Time in Mexico had just a banger cast, dude. Antonio Banderas, Willem Dafoe, Eva Mendes, Johnny Depp. It was Cheech Martin, dude. Cheech Martin gets knocked off oh my God. Assassins with Stallone many years ago. I saw it. Ooh, I've been meaning to see that one. Ooh, Midnight Star Archives. You got it there. Oh, so good. So good. But anyway, yeah, I get vibes. I like this. The Detention Crew. I like it. We'll see how it goes. Might actually pick that up. I haven't picked up I was gifted Yaira, but I haven't picked up a Rippaverse book of my own since Alpha Core 1. But this one might have something. I'll need to see some reviews on that one and maybe pick it up for myself. And if I read it and I go, wow, this is good, I like it, and give it to the kids. Because that's the whole point, is I want to give it to the kids. So, but yeah. But anyway, those are the things that I wanted to talk about tonight. And I don't have much more to say than that. This might be a short stream, everybody. But, and also I may or may not want to go play with my new modern version of a Game Boy. Just saying. Just, you know. Can I Skyrim it? So this one, no. There are some yes. No bullshit, Midnight Star. Are you in the Discord? Who here is in the Discord? Are you guys in the Discord? Do you hang out in the Discord? Why don't you hang out in the Discord? I'm gonna send you guys the link to the Discord. I should do that. I'm gonna get the link for the Discord if I remember how to do it on PC. You guys need to join the Discord. Do it. Do it now. I want you in my Discord because I want you. Where's? No way. Oh, finally. There's the thing. I think it's crazy server. Invite people. There we go. We're gonna copy. We're gonna paste that right there. Bam. I doubt Discord. Never used it at all. But you should just. Midnight is my husband. Oh, okay. Allison Wade, you and your husband a drink with crazy together? That's. Nope, shouldn't have said that. Shouldn't have said that. Don't like the way that I said that. God bless, hail the Lord. I'm in the Discord. Okay, Allison, well, you can be in the Discord, and you can show him all of the things in the Discord. I have to sign up. Good night. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. Assassins was stolen. Gotta watch that movie. I'm gonna find a game. I'm gonna find a game I wants to play tonight. My daughter is jonesing. She wants to play one of the Pokemon games. Let's play one of the Pokemon games. Bye! Thank you guys so much for hanging out. Oh my God. Tune in on Monday. I think Monday. Is Monday Lord Otter? I think Monday is Lord Otter. Tune in on Monday. And as always, until next time. Cheers, everybody.